Hi, this is Kevin Flerledge. I already did my Tableau Conference 2018 first round tips based on Viz and Tooltips. This is second round tips. These are going to be based on version 9. We all got different versions, and I'm lucky enough to land on version 9 that's not that different than version 10. These tips can be on any subject whatsoever. Let's get right to it. Alright, you can see here I have just a normal text table, and we get this annoying ABC. We've all seen it 100 times, and it's hard to get rid of, seemingly. All you have to do is go to the marks, change it to a polygon, and it's gone. Alright, when I'm working with a new data set, what I often like to do is grab the pills and drag them to the columns and rows and really try to explore that data. And that can be time consuming because Tableau has to query that information. I found a better way. So what you do is just go to Dimension, right click on it, go to Describe. It'll give lots of information about that field, but if you click Load, it'll show you the top 20 out of however many members. So this is 20 out of 183. It'll give you information about what values are contained within that particular dimension or measure. If you get a workbook from somebody else, you download something from Tableau Public, or you're working in a workbook that's of an employee that's no longer with the company, one of the great ways to dissect it and really understand what they're doing in that workbook is going up to Worksheet and click Describe Sheet. Each worksheet will have this, and you can get all kinds of information. They'll talk about the marks, the shelves, shapes, filters. It gives a ton of information all in one spot about how that worksheet is put together. And probably the greatest part of the Describe feature, we got a calculated field here. If we edit it, we actually see that there's another calculated field within here. And if I want to understand what the heck is profit ratio representing, normally I would have to close this window, come over here, edit profit ratio, take a look, maybe copy it. It's much easier than that. All you have to do is click on that calculated field. Over here you see the Describe that pops up. Click Describe. It'll give you some information, but then it gives you the formula. And it's a formula that you can copy right out of there, and you can use it in multiple calculated fields if that's what you need to do. All right. We have a hex map here, and this is the worksheet, and I prefer using shapes on my hex maps, and that's what this is. And I see I can get it perfectly sized in the worksheet. It looks fantastic, but when I come and drop it in my dashboard, it looks awful. All right, we could flip back and forth, click size it, come back over here, do it again, and just jump back and forth. That's kind of a pain. So the simple way is to create a parameter. You see I created a hex size parameter. You see it's just an integer ranging from 1 to 100, and I drop that directly on the size card. One key here is you have to go to the hex size here, edit sizes, and you have to lock. It typically looks like this. You have to lock these start and end values. I typically just go 1 to 100. All right, and then we can come over the dashboard. We make sure that this parameter is sitting right here on the dashboard, showing on the dashboard, and we can resize it however we want. And from there we can actually choose this and move this off of the dashboard. You can see it when you're working with it, but viewers can't see it when they're viewing the actual dashboard. Alright, replace references. So let's replicate a situation where the data source has changed. That's what I'm replicating right now. So we've all had this. We could update a data source and something has changed. In this case, sale has been renamed to dollars. So of course it's not recognized in Tableau. We got sales on the labels, we got sales on the color, sales on the filter. Or we could take sales and just replace it all over. But what happened to the rest of our worksheets? We might have a dozen worksheets where sales is on there. So one of the quick ways, and probably the quick way, is to right click on sales. Go to Replace References, choose dollars, hit OK, and everything will be replaced by dollars, and your workbook is brand new. Alright, the last thing I'm going to show is our font sizes. So we see here we got Wonka sequence. It's really Riekemann sequence, but we're calling it Wonka's for the theme, and it is set at 72. There's a lot of white space up there, so let's make it bigger. Well, we can't. Let's try to type in here. Well, it won't let us. So it'll let us type in there, but we can't go any higher than 72. So we actually can do this. We pull up another Word editor. Let's just go to Word. I'm going to paste that in there. Let's make this 110. And then we just copy it, come back to Tableau, paste it in there. Let's make sure it's centered. Hit OK. And we have a font size that is 110. That's all I have. Hopefully I will make it to the final round, and you can see the viz I created using just Halloween data. It's a really fun data set to work with, and can't wait to see y'all. Thanks a lot.